all of us are exceptionally gifted in very many infinite ways. And sometimes we might get sucked into this bubble of wanting to be successful. And in the pursuit of this endless success, we end up losing ourselves. And that's what literally is happening out here to mostly high performing leaders or people who want to be on top of their game. Amidst all the chaos and everything that you want for yourself, have you taken a time, just a little time, to pause, sit down, reflect, and ask yourself, who am I amidst all these accomplishments after you've bagged your greatest goal? You've managed to amass all those assets and wealth. You've signed and sealed that deal. At the end of the day, are you the deals? Are you the contracts? Who are you? And this book right here that I have, it's titled The Fulfillment Revolution, From Empty Achievements to Prosperity with Purpose. It's written by Craig Bruce. It's somebody I recently interacted with on the Morning Breakfast TV show that I host. And he describes it as a freedom fighter for executives and entrepreneurs everywhere. This book, I've just read a few chapters, and I want to just point out just a little bit of some of the tidbits that caught my attention. And there's one of the descriptions where he talks about a silent epidemic of success addiction. And here's what it says. It says, success addiction is a silent epidemic among high performers. It's an addiction to the rush of accomplishment, the adrenaline of closing deals, and the high from outperforming peers. It's also a pursuit that promises fulfillment but often delivers a sense of emptiness. This is the essence of empty achievements, outward success that fails to nourish our inner selves. Literally what I've just said. Now this part as well, it's mind-blowing. It says, according to a Wall Street Journal article by Callum Borges, updated in February of 2024, 19 chief executives died in office in 2023. Good Lord, marking the highest number since 2010. The article cites Challenger, Gray, and Christmas, an outplacement firm that cracks turnover at the United States companies, which recorded at least 1,914 CEO exits in 2023. Senior Vice President Andy Challenger partly attributes this surge in CEO turnover to the post-pandemic burnout many executives are experiencing. And this also just highlights the story of Craig Bruce. There's a letter. I read it in full before the book begins. He talks about letter from the author, and there's a place where he's talking about he was seated in the flight, and he was literally in tears, and he was not feeling himself and his body. I believe this reminds me of something. There's something that Ian Van Zandt shared with Courtney B. Vance. They have a book. I think it's called The Invisible Egg. You might be successful, you look glamorous on the outside, everything looks good on paper, but deep down, you're scattered, you're shattered, you're breaking, you're ugly and filthy, and you're not feeling what people are seeing outside. And this is literally, in summary, the story of, Craig Bruce. I'm starstruck. He told me he's turning 67. Happy birthday, man. Oh my goodness. There's a place where he says, the turning point came during a routine flight when a simple remark from a flight attendant shattered the illusion of invisibility I had carefully crafted. At the moment, I confronted the harsh truth that I was burning out both physically, emotionally, and I needed to change something. And this one also is an interesting part before I just close it up. He says, I had to become an advocate for my health and well-being, to prioritize myself above all else. This wake-up call was not just a reminder of the price I was paying for success, but also an opportunity to do the following: reassess my priorities, redefine my definition of fulfillment, and reclaim control over my life. Reclaiming control is a cornerstone of the fulfillment revolution. It's about intentionally choosing a path that leads to true prosperity, not just financial wealth, but rich, purposeful life that aligns with our core values and aspirations. And he says, I've encountered hundreds of high-performing executives facing similar struggles throughout the journey. Prevalence of health, lifestyle, relationship issues among the demographic is staggering, which I believe is 1,000% true. And I'm going to finish reading this book, and I'll do a summary video later on, because I have hundreds of books in my shelf, and very slowly by slowly, as I finish reading them, I keep on giving you stories and interesting, I'll say, tidbits from it. And this just is a demonstration and a representation of what's happening to these CEOs, firstborns who want to succeed and become, create legacy for their families amidst all the success. Who are you? Yeah. What is happening to your brain? You're all excited about signing deals, getting that business, meeting that client, making people, work and fulfilling your objectives in a company professional setup in a forte. What about you? Have you taken time to check in with yourself and take care of yourself and forget the outward success and things looking good on paper? Take good care of the inside. How is here and how is here? And that literally is a connection between, your emotional, spiritual, and physical self. And that's why it's very important for you as you pursue your goals and your dreams. Take a pause, take a break, and just ask yourself, so I have all these things that I've been chasing for the last 30 years. Who am I? What is your identity? Are you your success? Or you're a human being with a spirit, with a body, with a mind that needs to be nourished and taken care of? I think that is a question that you should answer, especially if you're a CEO or a top performing leader, or a high performing executive, according to the fulfillment revolution, from empty achievements to prosperity with purpose. Because you can have all these achievements but feel a huge disconnect that nobody else sees. You're hurting and aching and breaking and shattering and scattered all over. And it's hidden. Courtney B. Vance calls it the hidden ache. Nobody sees it, but deep down, you're in breakdown. You're bleeding profusely and everywhere. And I hope that info has actually enlightened you a little bit. But for more insight, please feel free to just slide right there. I'll keep on sharing, the tidbits from this book by Craig Bruce. I met him recently. Interesting gentleman. Friends, for sure. Available on Amazon, bestseller as well.